Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy is brought to you in part by Tom's Place, the finest in men's fashion, located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street, in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com. This is Nick and Roy's Totally Useless Christmas Show. Find out how Christmas is celebrated around the world. Listen, laugh, and learn. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, voice lady. Merry Christmas, Roy.
Merry Christmas, Nick. I love the Christmas show. This is fun because we get to be a little different.
Yeah, we get to let our hair down, although Roy does most of that on this show. Thank you very much.
Nick lets his hair out,
right,
of the shoebox that he saves it.
Listen, I go to
he washes it once a year and puts it back in the shoebox.
I do visit barbershops, and I asked them to grab the hair clippings on the floor, ask them for a doggy bag to go. That's what I do. What a wonderful time of the year as the songs goes, and I know that we have lots of great opportunities for us to say some greetings and to love
some sangria.
Right,
it seems like you drank sangria is what.
Some wonderful friends.
You know
and
what I have
members.
to say, Nick?
What do you have to say, Roy?
Happy holidays.
That's right.
Happy holidays. Don't you love that song? Well, the Christmas bells are ringing. I love that song.
It is, you know.
That was what's his name?
Andy Williams.
Andy Williams.
Yeah, and I remember
Mr. Christmas.
Yeah, he was Mr. Christmas, especially that scarf he wore on the TV show. So to all the nations around the world that are listening to us right now, thank you very much. We really appreciate everything you've done for us. And what you've done is you've supported our show. You've listened to us. You've ordered birthday messages. You've ordered holiday messages. You've ordered anniversary messages. We are absolutely grateful for how you support our show.
Yeah, it's 94 countries now around the world.
Yeah.
And you know, like when we have Thanksgiving and Canadians have Thanksgiving and there's holidays around the world, but Christmas is the one holiday that we all celebrate. I don't care who you are, you're celebrating some kind of Christmas.
Yeah,
that's what started this whole thing. Nick and I were talking to each other, which we very rarely do.
No, we do. We talk several times a week, actually. We do.
And what did we say? What did we say? Christmas last year, we did the Christmas show, the extravaganza where people were knocking on the door and coming in. This year, we decided to search for Santa.
That's right. Because everyone talks about the Santa character. And I'm like, okay, let's go find him. Because he usually comes around our house at this time of year, you know, Christmas night and all that, Christmas Eve and all that stuff, right? So let's go find out where he lives. So Roy and I, throughout this hour, are going to venture out to figure out where Santa is in search of Santa.
Right. And so first we had to decide, where does Santa live? Number one, his actual address, because if we're going to travel, we have to find out where we're going.
I know. It's the North Pole. It's the North Pole.
Right. Number two, he's got a bunch of names, so we had to figure that one out. Then we had to figure out some government information. Then we had to figure out where he first started living, like everybody starts someplace. Then we had to figure out how much is this whole thing going to cost. Then we figured out, what do we need to take on this trip? You know, you need to pack, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we do. Roy, for a change, will pack his underwear.
Yes. Yes, because it gets cold, Nick, you know, and the... You don't want the giblets to be
frozen. Frozen giblets on an open fire.
Wow. So we start searching for Santa.
Right.
And the first thing that happens is a conundrum.
Okay.
Because we figure out, where does Santa live? And of course, it would be the North Pole. So we decide to figure it out. So we look on the maps and we find out that the North Pole is actually a large floating ice cap.
Really?
Yes. So narrowing Santa down is going to be a little tough because he lives on an island that moves.
Well, you know, as a matter of fact, that's something that our friend Richard Krause told us in his Christmas message.
Hey, Nick and Roy, it's Richard Krause. I just heard about your search for Santa, and before you head out, I thought you should know that there's no actual land at the geographic North Pole. It's just drifting sea ice. So Santa's house could technically be floating on an ice floe that moves several miles a day. So keep your eyes peeled and say hi to Santa for me if you do track him down. Merry Christmas, you guys.
Well, thank you, Richard. Absolutely. That's really interesting, actually, useless. So throughout the show, I'm going to, while we're searching for Santa, I found out how much, the song, The 12 Days of Christmas? I found out how much each gift cost. Okay? So on the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me, of course, a partridge in a pear tree. In today's dollars, $420.18. That's a 13.5% increase from last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. Now, as we travel
Are you
around,
going to tell us the whole song and
No.
how much it costs?
yeah, that's right. You have by the 12th day of Christmas, you'll find out exactly how much everything costs.
Okay, folks. See you next year.
No. Okay, so we're searching for Santa here on Total Useless Information with Nick and Roy. Thank you for joining us. And yes, Merry Christmas or whatever you celebrate in your part of the world. Thank you for joining us. We hope it is festive, no matter what it is. And
What a great time of year.
It
too.
is.
It really is.
In Spain,
Nick.
Yes.
One of the other things that, Nick and I, we talked about this and we said, how hard could this be? Right.
Yeah.
So, okay. But then, you know how you do a search?
Yes.
Well, you need the person's name.
Yeah.
So who am I searching? Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Saint Nick?
Yeah.
Saint Nicholas?
Yes.
Father Christmas?
Yes.
Popo Gricio?
Yes.
Kris Kringle?
Yes. Keep going.
He's got more AKAs than a guy with his picture up at a post office.
Absolutely.
Santa Claus goes by all these names around the world. And then I thought to myself, isn't that marvelous? I mean, this guy has a name all over the world. He's revered as this special person.
Well, speaking of which, so if you're from Spain or Latin America, Feliz Navidad, first of all. The name is Papa Noel. Papa Noel.
There you go. So I'm adding Papa Noel to the list.
Also in Germany, and I don't know how to pronounce this in German, but since you are of German descent and German background, can you enlighten us on how Santa Claus, the character of Santa Claus, is revered in Germany?
Santa
Why
revered in Germany. He wears a gray outfit with black boots and a shiny cross. So it's Weihnachtsmann.
Okay.
Nach meaning night.
Right.
And Mann, Nachschmann.
Okay.
It's Wein, W is V.
Right.
So Nachschmann,
Yes.
which means something nightman. Nachschmann.
Yeah. Either that or he's part Jamaican.
Yeah, either that, yeah.
Nachschmann.
Yeah, man.
In the United Kingdom, Santa Claus is referred to as Father Christmas.
And in Jamaica, he's referred to as the doobie.
Well, here's a question. Does he have a brother?
Yeah, man.
Does he have a brother? Doobie brother. Exactly. In Italy, where we're from, it's Babbo Natale. Or Daddy.
Oh, here's another one. Babbo Natale.
Which means Daddy Christmas.
Yeah, this is going to get tougher and tougher. We've got 35 names.
Yeah. Well, you said he has more AKA names
it's
than...
$7 per internet search.
It is. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turtle doves at a price of $750, which, by the way, has 0% increase since last year. So at least the price stays the same for 2 turtle doves in the 12 days of Christmas. As you're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy, in search of Santa.
Yeah, turtle doves. Yeah. They're scary. They scare me, their little eyes. Speaking of scary,
yes.
Do we have a message from somebody?
We do.
Hey, this is Richard Serrett from Strange Planet and Coast to Coast AM, beaming in from the outer reaches of the unexplained to wish Nick and Roy and the entire Totally Useless Information family a very merry and slightly mysterious Christmas. Here's hoping your stockings are stuffed with useless facts, your tree is topped with a glowing orb of unknown origin, and that somewhere under the mistletoe, Bigfoot finally gets that kiss he's been waiting 70 years for. From all of us in the Strange Planet listening audience, have a weird, wonderful, and wonderfully weird Christmas. And remember, he knows when you've been sleeping. He knows when you're awake. Frankly, that level of surveillance is a little concerning. We'll talk about it in January. Merry Christmas, totally useless information. Keep it strange and festive.
The orb at the top of the tree. I always refer to it as a star, but I guess, yeah. Wow, that was Richard Serrett, as he said, from Strange Planet, and we had him on earlier in the show. And you know what? I don't know if that orb will help us find Santa. You?
I hope it does. I'll be honest with you, but I like Richard. He's cool.
Yeah, he's great.
We're gonna have him on again.
Yeah, it was awesome. He was part of our Halloween show. Roy and I walked through a haunted house. We were quite adventurous this year on our show. We visited many different places. So we hope you're enjoying our journey here.
Yeah, I visited the barber a few times. Nick never had to.
I pass by it every day.
According to the Canadian government,
Yes,
Nick, there's information that I need to impart onto our listeners.
Yes.
The Canadian government has a postal code for Santa Claus.
Yes.
So this is an actual postal code.
Excuse me, it's exclusive to Santa.
Yes, HOHOHO, but it's ho, ho, ho.
That's right. Because the format of our postal code is letter, number, letter, letter, number, which follows the British postal codes. So it's actually...
Yeah, and if they get it wrong, the letter goes to Huggy Bear.
Right. Yes, or a Care Bear. So it's it's H0H0H0, technically, because it's zeros and it's numbers and letters.
And I found something that had 68 at the end. Maybe they did it in 1968.
Perhaps.
Who knows? We have to look into this. But see, this is what happens. You go down the rabbit hole.
That's right. Or the
We're
reindeer.
looking
You know
for
what?
Santa. It's not easy, folks.
No, it's not a rabbit hole on this show. As we're searching for Santa, it's a reindeer hole.
Yeah, he's a.
That sounded so rude. It's a reindeer hole. Wow.
Speaking of Huggy Bear,
in Russia, because nothing says warm and fuzzy like Russia. So Grandfather Frost and Snow Maiden. Yeah.
Nick and Roy will continue with the totally useless Christmas show. You're listening to Nick and Roy's totally useless Christmas show. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Hi, Mayor Jim from Niagara Falls City Hall. Bring on jolly old St. Nick, snow on Christmas Day, and all the magic of the season. Nothing compares to getting together, spending time with loved ones, and taking in the magic of the season. I want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and the happiest of holidays.
now you brought up Finland.
Yes.
Okay. So here's what happened. I started doing our search and I came up with an address, doing a deeper dive.
Yes.
Now I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this properly.
Okay.
Korvatunturi. All
right.
Fell must be like a street.
Okay.
Okay. In Finnish Lapland, GPS coordinates +66 degrees, 32 feet, 37.11 plus 25 degrees, 50 feet, 51.44 is the actual GPS coordinates. I plugged it into the GPS
and
nothing.
Oh,
So
we thought
it's just some place in Finnish Lapland. It's like an open field. So Santa was there at one time.
he was.
May have been a childhood home. I do not know.
We left some cookie crumbs behind. There's a clue. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 French hens. This, you'll be happy to know that just like the 2 turtle doves, there's no price increase since last year. 3 French hens this year will cost you $346.50.
I think I dated a French hen once.
You did. And you presented her
She
with...
was for the birds.
Yeah. You did, and you presented her with your partridge in a pear tree. In Sweden, isn't this warm and fuzzy here on Christmas as you're listening?
Love it.
Totally useless information with Nick and Roy. We really hope you're enjoying our Christmas special this year. Roy and I are in search of Santa, maybe in Sweden. In Sweden, Santa is referred to as a Christmas gnome figure, like jultomati. So if you're Swedish, kindly correct us at nickandroy.com. And of course,
I don't even know what he said.
Exactly. And of course, in France, it's Père Noël. Père Noël in
Wow.
France. Yeah, there you go.
Cool. Piano. Well, see, there you go. Another to the list. Now, listen, folks. You may not have known this, but if you listen to the show you did, Sweden is massive for hard rock and roll.
Oh, really?
Yes, Sweden. That's the number one place for rock. Do we have a message from somebody?
Craig Santangelo here from Forsaken Throne, drums and vocals. On behalf of myself, Robert Tenari, Peter Tenari, and Matt Cantino, we'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you for all the support you have shown Bloodline. It is doing fantastic. It is booming, and we are thrilled to have you all listening. Be healthy, be safe.
You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy in search of Santa. I hope we find him by the end of the show. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me as we give you the price tag for all of the gifts in the 12 days of Christmas for calling birds. Have you ever seen a calling bird, Roy?
No, Nick. Most of my birds do not have cell phones.
Yes, they don't. That's right. They do not have cell phones. The four calling birds cost $599.96 in this year, and no price increase. So there you go.
The cost to go to the North Pole, Nick, we have not discussed this.
No.
Just the traveling expenses. So I dug in here, did a special search to figure it out. We need to take airfare, we need to take boats, we need to do all this stuff. So just the airfare alone will be between $700 and $1,000 per person.
Okay.
So let's chalk 2,000 into that.
All right.
Then the rest of the trip will cost us between $7,000 and $15,000, depending upon what class of travel we'd like to go.
That's right.
So basically, if it's between $7,000 and $15,000, that means it's going to cost Nick and I like $5,000 because we're so cheap.
No, because we have no class.
We have no
That's right.
class.
That's why we have the no class service on the
But
airline.
anyway, let's use the number of let's say 8,000. So that's another 16
All right.
and 2. So we're up to $18,000 for
Okay.
me and you to go. So this is getting very costly.
It
Nick.
is, yeah. Especially because we're flying one of those fringe airlines, Candy Cane Airlines.
Yeah, Candy Cane Airlines. They're known for their wind-up rubber band propeller.
Yeah. Do you remember that hey, funny you should mention that. That was one of my favorite toys that I got as a kid. And here okay, I'm glad you opened that can of eggnog.
It was a dangerous toy, You'd wind that rubber band up, and that thing would go fast, and it flew past Nick's head and took all his hair off.
That's right. One of my favorite all over the years my favorite gifts that Santa had left me, which is why I really hope we do get to meet and find Santa at the end of the show, because I need to tell him thank you, because I remember there were several gifts. One of them notably was obviously a racing car set. That was kind of fun. Usually my cousin and I would get the same gifts. There was this one game called Basket, which was an interesting game. But my all-time favorite gift from Santa was when I was 10 years old. I got a Ross bike. And it was, it wasn't, I didn't graduate to 10 speed at that point. This was the kind of bike where in order for you to brake, you'd have to go backwards on the pedal. That's the kind of bike I had. Banana seat. And no, I did not have a basket in front of the bike, in case you're wondering.
Nick just loves sitting on the banana, you know?
Exactly. But this Ross...
Not eggs, no bananas.
No bananas.
You said exactly.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Eggnog, exactly. Here's the thing. It had a chrome fender. And on the fender was a thumbprint. It was Santa's thumbprint. And that's when it was so magical that year. I'm like, wow. I think I was more excited about the thumbprint than I was about the bike, which is a cool bike.
Yeah.
I love that bike. It was awesome. What was
I
your...
hate to blow your balloon up, but doesn't Santa wear gloves?
Yeah, but you know what? Maybe it.
I'm sorry, I just threw that in there to ruin your whole.
Gee, thanks a lot. But maybe he took off his glove to make sure that it wouldn't slip out of his hands because he wore silk gloves. I understand he wears
Plus, it's
silk
a
gloves.
big bike to get down a chimney. You probably had to assemble it.
Exactly. So
you got to take the gloves off for that.
Exactly. See, so there you go. That's.
Wait,
hold on. No, wait.
Can I tell you my favorite?
Oh yeah. What was your favorite gift that Santa left you over the years?
Okay, my favorite gift.
Yeah.
Was not given to me by Santa.
Oh.
It was given to me by my Uncle Sal.
Okay.
There were two favorite gifts. There was the favorite gift from my Uncle Sal, which was a gun. And believe it or not, both my favorite gifts were guns.
Okay.
But one was this gun. It was literally looked like a real gun. It had this bolt action thing, and you loaded the wooden thing into the magazine bullet thing, and it shot this thing out so hard it would hurt you. Okay. So we shot all the glass balls off the tree. My mother was so mad. She was so mad at us, but that was a phenomenal, cool gift as a kid, as a boy, to get that. My God. But then there was the gun. Remember the Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Yes.
It was like a spy show. And it looked like this little briefcase. And if you hit the button, it turned into a gun. It was so cool.
Like a Transformer sort of thing, right?
Yeah, and I didn't get it. And this other kid got it from Santa. And I was like so upset because I got something else. It was cool what I got, but it wasn't what I wanted. And the kid walked over to me and he said, "Do you want to trade?" And I was like, Santa probably did that to test me.
And wait a minute. So did you trade the guns?
Of course I traded immediately.
Boy, thank goodness for that. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me, as we go through the price tag of the gifts of the 12 days of Christmas, 5 golden rings, $1,649.90. That's a 32.5% increase since last year.
Yeah, gold and silver are up, folks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're in search of Santa and for the best stock tips here on Totally Useless Information.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Nick and Roy, it's Tara Candace Tracy. I wanted to wish everyone at Totally Useless Information a very Merry Christmas. I'm sure you guys have been more naughty than nice, but I still hope that Santa brings Nick some hair and Roy a personality. Hope you guys have a very happy and healthy holiday season. I'm wishing you guys all the best in the new year. I definitely have to come on the show again and break some balls. All right, guys, over and out. Love you. Bye.
Nick and Roy will continue with the Totally Useless Christmas Show.
You know, searching for Santa's cool, but I wanted to also bring up something special around the holidays. There are special people in our lives, and of course our wives and family. There's someone special to Nick and I, and that is our sponsor.
Tom's Place has been a sponsor for quite a bit of time for us. And like we say, we thank you for your support around the world listening to our show. But Tom from Tom's Place at 190 Baldwin Street in Kensington Market in Toronto. I know Tom for more than, I would say, just about 25 years now when he started to sponsor on the morning show. And in fact, we talk to Tom every day here on News Talk 1010, which is where I work, and it's part of the iHeartRadio Talk Network. But Tom it's more than just a retail store for men. It truly is an experience. And you have to experience Tom, because when you walk into that store, you don't feel like you're shopping for a suit. You feel like you're talking to family. You feel so comfortable. And Tom makes sure that he and his staff make sure you feel so comfortable, and they look after you. They make you look great, and the prices are phenomenal. Right.
And that's another thing. Like when we deal with, we've had sponsors throughout the years, and you speak with the sponsors and so on, and it's pretty much a business type situation, but with Tom, it's different. This guy is such a great guy. And I'm not saying it because he's our sponsor, his family as well. These people, they're in Canada, and of course, like 50% of our listening audience is in Canada. And you guys have really gone to Tom's and experienced it. And we thank you for doing that as well as our listeners. But Tom is a special guy. I mean, they do for the community. They give back. So if you're thinking about buying men's clothes, and this is not a commercial, you need to go to Tom's Place in the Kensington Market in Canada and in Toronto. And I'm going to tell you right now, you will be happy you did, because it's an amazing, amazing men's clothing store. But you need to meet Tom, because he is a true great guy who deserves to be acknowledged, especially at this time of giving, Christmas time.
Thank you very much, Tom, for your support.
Welcome back to Nick and Roy's Totally Useless Christmas Show. Listen, laugh, and learn.
Thanks for joining us here, and Nick and Roy's The Search for Santa, this very special Christmas special here in 2025. And we're bringing on another special guest. And you might have heard him if you're a fan of the iHeart the Holidays program on the iHeartRadio app, of course. It's Behind the Christmas Hits, and the host is Drew Savage, and he joins us. Hello, Drew. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Nick and Roy. Here we are. Holy cow.
Yeah.
So you do this feature, this podcast that's seasonal, runs from like the middle of November on through Christmas and such, and basically give us a quick 30 seconds of what the show's all about.
So every episode of the podcast tells the story of a different Christmas song, and wherever possible, we like to bring on whether it's the songwriters or the artists who made them famous to tell those stories. And sometimes you can't. The songs are really old. Sometimes you can't find those artists. They're not still around with us anymore. So in those cases, I'll do my best to tell the stories. But we've connected with everyone from Michael Bublé to Brenda Lee, Darlene Love, Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Drew, can I interrupt you for a second?
Go for
When
it.
it comes time to interview Mariah Carey, I'll handle it.
No, you won't.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the song that's beloved by some and hated by others. All I Want for Christmas Is
Who
You.
would have done that song, Drew?
By Mariah Carey. Like, that's the thing. That has become the 21st century white Christmas. I don't think there's been a more famous Christmas song to be recorded between White Christmas and All I Want for Christmas Is You. But it's a song that, by all accounts, Mariah Carey never really wanted to do. I mean, it was 1993. She was just coming off her biggest commercial hit ever with the album Music Box.
Yeah.
And her record company was like, you know what you should do next? You should do a Christmas album. And she's like, pardon me? Excuse me? I'm a pop star. I don't do Christmas albums. But her husband, Tommy Mottola, was the head of the record company. And so they continued to talk about it and talk about it and talk about it. And she finally kind of got into a headspace that, okay, maybe we can figure out a way to make this work. She went home, she put on It's a Wonderful Life, blasted it all through the house and started writing down memories from when she was a kid, eventually collaborating with her partner, Walter Afanasiev. And All I Want for Christmas Is You was born. But it took, I think people forget this because it's just so everywhere every year now. It took 25 years for that song to hit number one.
No, but
It was a long
it's a
journey.
great tune, because
Oh,
it's so snappy. And did you ever see the video?
oh yes, yeah.
I play the video sometimes in May and June.
Yeah, on those lonely nights. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I rewind it and slow it down at times.
Drew, it's okay. Drew, he does
They
that
give
with
you, like,
Sesame
warm,
Street. Don't
cozy
worry. Yeah,
feelings.
yeah, warm and
Oh,
I
cozy.
do
Yeah,
that with Sesame Street
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely.
During the counting portion.
yeah, exactly. Here's another song that I know is Roy's favorite, The Most Wonderful Time of the Year.
Most wonderful time of the year is truly, I think, one of the great Christmas songs.
So it is a great Christmas song. It was written essentially to fill time on a TV show. Andy Williams used to do Christmas shows on television every single year, and his vocal director was a man named George Weil, and one of George's responsibilities was just to fill out the hour or two of the special with musical numbers. And he wrote, along with his partner, Edward Pola, the lyrics and music to It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. It was just a segment on an Andy Williams Christmas special that took off, and then everybody started to record it. But just a little fun fact, since this is the home of totally useless information.
Yes, sir.
George Weil, who wrote It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, also wrote another incredibly famous song that you've heard on television a million times.
Okay, you got us.
What the most I would say one of the most recognizable TV theme songs of all time. George Weil also wrote the theme to Gilligan's Island.
Wow.
Really?
Same
See?
guy. Same
There
guy.
you go.
There you
He's
go.
wild.
So the guy who wrote Gilligan's Island is the same guy who wrote The Most Wonderful Time of the Year. That's the kind of stuff you'll get on Behind the Christmas Hits and more.
Well, he had a lot of time on his hands. It was a 3-hour tour.
Right, it was. It took him 3 hours to write that song. Drew Savage, look, we're going to do some other stuff here on the Christmas program. Would you mind sticking around? We'll come back to you in just a few minutes, and we'll find out more about
We'll come
Behind.
back to you after we get back from the North Pole.
Right.
I look forward to it. Safe travels.
Behind the Christmas Hits with Drew Savage. You're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy as we're in search of Santa.
If we're going to go on this trip, Nick, we need stuff.
Okay.
So I delved into it and made a list.
Okay.
What will we need? So here's the list. Parker jackets.
Okay. Makes sense.
Deep down-filled Parker jackets.
Yep.
Skis.
Okay.
Short skis. Snowshoes. We
Yes.
may need those.
Of course.
Ski poles, because you can't have skis or snowshoes without poles.
Right.
We need goggles, ski goggles. We need hats, Nick, but we also need long johns.
Mm-hmm.
We need boots, special boots to go up there. We need gloves. We need scarves. We need special tents that are made for the Arctic. We need sleds. We need about 8 sled dogs.
Okay. All right.
Of
course.
We need food for the dogs.
Right, we do. Okay.
Food for ourselves. We need Marmot 5-season sleeping bags.
5
They're
seasons?
very specific.
Wait a minute,
They're
what-
called 5-season. So you can go into like really bad temperatures and they'll keep you warm. We need furry toques.
Right.
We don't really need them, but they look cool.
Right. Wait a minute, let's go back to the sleeping bag. 5 seasons. There are only 4 seasons.
Right. Well, it's 4 seasons.
Right.
We need sherry too.
Oh, right.
Not from the 4 Seasons song.
Right.
We need sherry to keep warm.
Gotcha.
So we also need warm socks.
Okay.
And I figured just, we need some of the treats, maybe those little gordellos or maybe the things they give you on a plane.
Okay.
Peanuts.
All right.
So we need some snacks.
Okay.
So in total, it's a lot of stuff.
It is. Well, speaking of food, in Japan and traditions of in Japan, Christmas is secular and commercial. Families, as a tradition, often eat, as their holiday meal, Kentucky Fried Chicken. It is a popular meal at Christmas time.
That is such a shocker. Kentucky Fried Chicken does so well in Japan.
Yeah.
It's their big deal. It's their Big Mac.
Yeah. In Sweden, the Yule goat, which we talked about. Have you ever had
Yes.
Yule? I'll ask you again. Have you ever had Yule goat?
Nah.
And the tradition of watching. Now, here in Sweden, another sort of like Western world type of tradition, in Sweden, they have the tradition of watching Donald Duck cartoons on Christmas Eve. That's what they do.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what's the uncle's name? The rich uncle. Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck.
Now it's funny because I just watched it with my granddaughter.
Oh, really?
Jen.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome
yeah.
stuff.
I watch Donald Duck Christmas and Scrooge McDuck.
In
He's the
Italy,
rich guy.
yeah. Well, yeah. Not only that, what was the you talk about conundrum? People trying to figure out if Donald Duck doesn't wear any pants when he comes out of the shower, why does he wear a towel wrapped around his waist?
You got to dry your feathers with something.
That's true. Okay, thank you. There you go. See,
My granddaughter and I, we watched Scrooge McDuck and Donald Duck Christmas, and we also ate sushi and hibachi just to,
Yeah, we'll keep it all together. Yeah, exactly.
I thought it was gonna sake, but it was fun.
It was fun. Yeah, exactly. So in Italy, talking about traditions around the world on Christmas, as you're listening to Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy, we're trying to figure out, we're searching for Santa. We're trying to figure out where all these useless facts that maybe we can get closer to Santa. In Italy, La Befana is a kindly witch that delivers gifts not on Christmas, but on the Epiphany, which is January 6th, which is 12 days after Christmas. Speaking of which, on the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 geese a laying, which is Roy's career in high school. 6 geese a laying, $930. and that's a 3.3% increase since last year. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 swans of swimming. The swans had the decency not to raise their prices this year, but still, $13,125 for 7 swans of swimming.
Keep going, Nick.
On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 maids of milking. Again, Roy's career in high school. 8 maids of milking. $58. That's it.
And $58 for the 8 maids of milk?
That's it. And that's a 0% increase. And then on the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 ladies dancing at a 3.5% increase, $8,856.88.
Nick and Roy will continue with the Totally Useless Christmas Show. You're listening to Nick and Roy's Totally Useless Christmas Show. Listen, laugh, and learn.
In Iceland, the 13 Yule lads visit children, each with quirky personalities, including a sausage swiper. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me, in the 12 days of Christmas, we're giving you the price tags for each of the gifts. 10 Lords of Leaping. Okay. $16,836.14.
Wow.
For 10. So that's approximately $1,600 per Lord. And that's an 8.1% increase.
Yeah. Lord, that's a big increase.
It is.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's go. I'm ready.
On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 pipers piping for a total of $3,797.48, a 2.2% increase.
Funny how these are all the things I did in high school.
Right. Yes. The 12 things Roy did for Christmas, my true love gave to him.
12 things Roy did in high school for Christmas.
That's right. The
Go
things
on.
he did
for
in high
number
school.
12. Wait a second. Hold on.
On the 12 days of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, whopping $4,106.08, a 2.2% increase. So, give me the drum roll again. The true cost of Christmas in the song, 4.4 increase since last year, $218,542.98.
That's about right, the 4% cost of living increase.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's that time again. Let's find out more about Behind the Christmas Hits with Drew Savage. Thanks for sticking around, Drew. Thanks a lot. Welcome back.
My pleasure. Merry Christmas, one and all.
One of my favorite songs, and it's sung by many artists, of course, as many Christmas songs are, but my favorite is sung by Elvis Presley, but the song is Silver Bells.
Elvis Presley had a hit with it, of course, but it was originally supposed to be the Christmas hit that Bob Hope had. Bob Hope never really got the credit for it, though. It was a song written for a movie called The Lemon Drop Kid, which was set in New York City around Christmas time. It was really the first big city Christmas song. There had, up until that point, it was either a religious carol or songs of home or memories or nostalgia. Silver Bells was like the first Christmas hit set in the big city where you got
commercial hit, yeah,
big time, like the sounds and the sights of the big city. So it was written and recorded and filmed for this movie, The Lemon Drop Kid. However, for some reason, the movie studio scheduled the movie to come out in March, not Christmas time.
Wow.
So in the intervening months between the film being made and the film actually being released, someone sent the song to Bing Crosby, who recorded it himself with Carol Richards. They put it out at Christmas time, and it was a huge hit. And then the Bob Hope movie came like 3 months later, and they're like, oh, they're doing that Bing Crosby song. And Bob Hope was robbed of the credit that he should have had for being the first artist to record Silver Bells.
Until now on this show on Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy, as we're talking to Drew Savage.
Everybody knows. And the both of them are dead, so who cares?
And speaking of everybody knows, it's a part of the lyric of this next song, the Christmas song by Nat King Cole. Tell us about that.
Now, again, this is another favorite of mine, and I sing. I do vocals and stuff, and
I've heard you're excellent.
Yeah, well, thank you. You haven't heard me then. No.
Oh, did I hit send on that one? Yeah.
Nat King Cole that's one of my favorite to do.
First Christmas standard ever introduced by a black singer and written by Mel Torme and Bob Wells. So they were writing partners
Yeah,
Mel,
wow.
they were writing partners. Mel was just going over to Bob's house one day. It was a blistering hot day in Toluca Lake, California, and Mel was going over to Bob's house. Front door was open, so Mel just walked right in, and he saw some lyrics sitting on a piano in Bob's living room, and the line "Chestnuts roasting on an open fire" were scribbled down on a pad. And when Bob returned to the room, Mel was like, "What? What is this?"
Yeah.
This is a great line. And Bob was just like, it's just so hot. I was just trying to I was just trying to write something that would cool me down. So I had images of Christmas running through my head. And they kept running with that theme. And like 45 minutes later, that one
That's
wintry line turned into an entire song.
Drew Savage, once again, the name of the podcast is Behind the Christmas Hits. You can check it out up until the holiday season. Drew, thank you so much for spending some
Drew,
of your
how
time.
do they listen to you throughout the year, Drew?
I host a morning show in Vancouver, Move 1035 in Vancouver. You can stream it on the iHeartRadio app.
There you go. Merry Christmas, Drew.
Merry Christmas, Nick. Merry Christmas, Roy.
40-something years of adventure. Nick and I have done some crazy things. I mean, we literally tried to patent something. We took a trip to Washington and spent our day at the patent office. We've done some crazy, crazy fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Our friendship through the years has been a gift in itself. So that I just want to say to you, Nick, that it truly has been a gift. So what's next? Well, search for Santa, right? It seemed like a good idea. Well, I mean, how hard could that be? Well, real hard and real expensive. But it's then that I realized, and Nick realized, that Christmas isn't about finding Santa, but more about finding the Santa in each one of us. That feeling in your heart when your son or daughter opens that perfect gift and their face lights up in joy, and that look of complete love on the face of that special person in your life when they open not only a gift, but they open their heart to you forever. It's Christmas for the young, it's Christmas for the old. It's not about the size of the gift or the cost. It's about the thought of giving. But most of all, Christmas is a time for all of us to understand that we're all celebrating the gift of life, love, and friendship. We marvel in the birth of Jesus and the goodness that he shared to all of us. We never did find Santa's home, but we did find that the world is a better place because of Christmas and Santa. Santa is alive and well and extremely elusive. So we should all keep searching for Santa all the time as a reminder to how wonderful life really is. So Merry Christmas to everyone that listens to this show. And of course, Nick, Merry Christmas to you. You got something to say now?
Wow.
I went all sappy.
You did. I got a little choked up. And truly, my gift to you is me. Yes, our friendship.
What a narcissist.
Yeah, you go. I'm not, what is it you say? I'm not conceited, I'm convinced.
Next year in 2026, we have an entire category called psychological disorders.
Right. And I'm the president. I completely share all of those things that you talked about. And it's because, yes, life is a gift. And we often take that for granted. And in our life, we have, we encounter many people, those that are pleasant to us, those who are not. But it's those special moments that you cherish the most. And yes, it's been 45, 46 years that Roy and I have been friends. And yes, I do consider it a gift as well. And we have gone through many, many different things, whether it was our personal lives or our professional lives when we worked together. And even though we moved 1,500 miles apart from each other, not on purpose, he wound up in Florida and I came back home to Toronto where I was born. But in those 1,500 miles, it doesn't matter because, yes, we connect through, Zoom and other platforms, but it's beyond that. This is a special time of year that we all cherish. From all of us in my household to your household and to you, Roy, and to Deb and your family and your two granddaughters, two beautiful granddaughters, Merry Christmas.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And a Merry Christmas to everyone, where family becomes friends and friends become family. So Merry Christmas.
I'm Nick.
And I'm Roy.
Merry Christmas.
Totally Useless Information with Nick and Roy has been brought to you in part by Tom's Place, the finest in men's fashion. Located in Toronto at 190 Baldwin Street in the heart of Kensington Market. Or visit toms-place.com.